I think the characters, like I said to Jonathan, and I told you backstage, I said, you know what I'd really love for Christine this year? I would love her to be able to twirl. And he goes, what? I go, twirl. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you know what I mean, Jonathan. I am not going to spell it out, but I don't know what it means, except I know that she should twirl. I know that she should have a moment where people go, oh.
Yeah. People sort of get her and feel her, yeah.
Yeah, people, don't you think that a 400-pound person wants to twirl just like a 120-pound person? And so how can we represent that for all the 400 or 500 or now 600-pound people that are, in our way on the sidewalk when we're trying to go into the store? I mean, I just think we should look at, this so amazing time in the world. We are going to have to examine and re-examine all of us, each of us, really closely now, because the world's really at an interesting point. And I'll share this with you, even though I'm probably not supposed to.
Yeah, do it.
With the FX. I don't know, Lana. Do you mind if I talk about that next week, Lana? A little bit? Huh? All right. So, next week's episode, there is a lot of it takes place in Paris. And while those guys were making this beautiful art, because I've seen this episode, it's beautiful. 2 blocks away, or 3 blocks, or a mile away, all those people that were planning those murders in Paris were planning them right then. And the day they left from the shoot on Baskets, the next day those killings happened and those attacks. So it just gave me so much pause and thought that here we are on one hand, making art, and on the other hand, destroying humanity, in this proximity. And it made me think that we all need to be making art with each other, and the only way that can happen is if we twirl, if we allow everybody to twirl or to do their thing without judgment. My mom had no, she was a passive-aggressive person from the Midwest, but she welcomed everybody into our home. So I found out about inclusion really early on. And I just think we have to be full of inclusion. And this year in politics is about exclusion. But what we really are looking for is inclusion. If we don't include everyone, and it is not easy, we can't ever survive any of this. And this is a wonderful time for us and the scariest time ever.
I think it's incredible that you've sort of come to these personal realizations through this project, and sort of the, not just realizations, but it sounds like your own epiphanies about yourself and your work, just in doing something a little off the beaten path for your career. It's really beautiful.
I think it was the soup I just had. I think, don't underestimate a delicious bowl of soup.